News and politics. We are here today to talk about this matter. 9 people has been shot. It has been a mass shooting, and kids are included. It happened late last night. Everybody is talking about it. How are we still doing mass shootings? And they are saying kids have been hit. This happened in Ohio. I'm just going to go through the video footages to see more information about this. If you guys want to speak on this, because we need the community, we need people to stand up, because I'm so sick and tired of this generation with all this killing, all this violence, all this nonsense. They say they rented an Airbnb. Where are the parents? Kids need to have supervision 24/7. Now, I don't know if any parents were there, or in this day, some of these parents are worse than the kids. But they want to know who were the shooter or the shooters. They said this Airbnb, it was open to all. So they put on the internet welcoming any and everybody to show up at this party. They rented out a big old house, looked like a big old mansion. So you had so many people that came, and they didn't know who everybody was. And come to find out, they invited demons amongst kids, and they shot up 9 people. Everybody is talking about this, so I wanted to let you guys know. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Lisa. Hey, how's it going? Make sure you guys like this video and feel free to come up here, because I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. And do you guys like me doing this type of content? Because, usually I stick with politics over here, but I say, you know what? People need to hear about this story. Okay? So I'll go here.
Good morning. The Bath Township community experienced a tragic and senseless act of violence early this morning, November 2nd, 2025. At approximately 12:16 a.m., officers with the Bath Township Police Department were dispatched to a residence in the 900 block of Top of the Hill
612 what?
Drive in the township. This had been rented out as an Airbnb, a short-term rental, following multiple reports of a shooting at the residence. Upon arrival, our officers were met with a chaotic scene and administered life-saving aid to the injured. We can confirm that a large party was taking place at this location, which we've learned was advertised on various social media platforms, drawing a significant crowd. Police officers from the Akron Police Department, Summit County Sheriff's Department, the Copley Police Department, Richfield.
Now, why were kids at the party? Kids shouldn't be at no party. Or was this a kids' party? And if this was a kids' party, then you should not advertise it as open at all. I don't care. Whoever was throwing this party need to be held accountable, because one or two things. We have kids that were shot involved. Kids should not be at adult parties. Do you agree with me? Press 1 if kids should not be at no damn adult parties. They drinking in there. They're horny in there. They fucking, they fighting, they doing all the things. Horrible music in there. Kids shouldn't be at no grown-up party. And if this was a party for kids, hello, you should not invite anybody at your kid's party. The invitation should not be on the internet, because you're inviting so many predators, so many people in there. It's ridiculous. This should have never happened. It was a setup to begin with. So whoever parent it was, whoever rented this, need to be held accountable.
Village Police Department, Fairlawn Police Department, and fire units from Bath, Akron, Cuyahoga Falls, Richfield, Copley, Fairlawn, Norton, Granger, and Sharon also provided assistance with transporting victims to area hospitals. The violence that erupted resulted in a total of 9 victims sustaining injuries.
Damn.
And our deepest sympathy goes out to the victims, families, and all those affected by this devastating incident. The victims were transported to local hospitals for treatment. However, their conditions at this time are unknown, but we're closely monitoring the situation. This kind of violence is unacceptable in our community, and we're committed to applying all available resources to this investigation. The Bath Township Police Department Detective Bureau is working with the assistance of the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation and actively working this case to identify and apprehend the person or persons responsible for this crime. We're actively gathering evidence, reviewing surveillance footage, and interviewing witnesses. We're also in contact with Airbnb and the property owner as part of our investigation. We urge anyone who was present at the party, saw something, or has any information, including photos or video from social media, to come forward immediately. Your information, no matter how small it may seem, could be crucial to this investigation.
Yes.
You can contact the Bath Township Police Department at 330-666-3736.
All right, not gonna put that address out
We will
there.
provide updates to the media and the community as more information becomes available. In the interim, we ask the community's cooperation and patience as we work through this complex investigation. Thank you.
Are we able to ask you a couple questions about them? Obviously, in this under investigation, but to any parent to hear something about this, you know, you're thinking, what ages are we talking about as far as you say young adults? Or adults? Are these
So
teens,
at
or-
this point in time, the majority of those who attended this party were juveniles under the age of 18.
What?
However,
What? Did you hear what he said? Majority people that attended this party was juveniles under the age of 18. This was a kid party. What parent? Why are y'all inviting any and everybody to a kid party? And was the shooter, was there a kid? We got kids killing kids, y'all. And everybody y'all just quiet about it. It's a damn shame.
for the victims, as our understanding, there may be a mix of both adults and juveniles who sustained injuries.
And you were talking about a large group. Can you
Yeah.
say an approximate number? I know you can get
Yeah,
exact,
and
but-
it really would be premature to try to guess. We do know there was a large group of people at this particular party. There were cars parked up and down top of the hill drive. You can see impressions on the side of the road where cars had parked. The individuals from this party immediately fled following the shooting incident. So we're doing our very best right now to gather information and to identify any witnesses who have information about this incident.
Can you speak to how serious the injuries are?
So at this point, we don't know yet what the extent of the injuries are. Again, we've confirmed 9 individuals sustained injuries, but we don't know at this point what the extent of those injuries are, or the seriousness of them.
Were all the victims in the same room, or was this kind of throughout the whole complex?
So it's a very large home within Bath Township. Our investigators, along with the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, are checking the entire residence, but preliminary indications show that the majority of the shots that were fired were on the first floor of the residence.
Now, I know this home isn't like your standard home. I mean, this is a multi-level home. I think it even has an elevator. It's a really large, almost like a little mini hotel. And I don't, can you speak to what the officers found when they went inside as far as the size of the home and?
Well, officers, again, when they immediately responded, they tried to provide life-saving aid to those who sustained injuries. As part of our investigation, we certainly wanted to preserve evidence at the scene, so they limited their contact and really an inspection of the residence until Ohio BCI could arrive on scene.
And I guess we were kind of talking about, has something like this happened in this community before? And obviously, maybe you can speak to the community of Bath and how, I can only imagine what your department was thinking, you know, what was going on with, you know, something like this.
Sure. Well, our police department really prioritizes the safety and security of our residents and businesses, and this is very much out of character. But I will say that we did have another incident in July of 2017, another Airbnb.
Y'all got to stop renting out these Airbnbs. Now, can you guys see me? Someone says that it keeps pausing. Is it pausing? Press 1 if it keeps pausing. I apologize for that. Press 2 if it's not pausing on your end.
Within the township in which one individual sustained a leg wound. So really, it's pretty much an indicator that no community is immune from violence, and this happened to be in Bath Township again, unfortunately.
And you mentioned suspect or suspects. Do you have any description of what people should be looking for?
Yeah, at this point in time, we're still interviewing the witnesses to gather that. And again, most of the witnesses are the injured, and so we don't want to interfere with their medical treatment. So we don't have a clear indication yet of the number of individuals who may have been responsible, but we did confirm there were multiple shell casings within the residence.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned this was an Airbnb short-term rental. Are there any laws, ordinances against short-term rentals in Bath?
So there is a zoning prohibition within Bath Township that prevents Airbnb short-term rentals. It's not illegal, it's simply a zoning violation. So,
So could there be any charges associated with these homeowners?
Typically in a situation like this, there'd be a compliance letter issued to the property owner. I did speak with the property owner early this morning. They are aware of the incident, and so we also discussed the issue of the short-term rental.
Said you recovered shell case. Do you know what kind of guns were used, or?
Yeah, at this point in time, the evidence collection is being done by BCI and our investigators. We've not yet confirmed the caliber, but again, they did confirm there were multiple shell casings within the residence, primarily on the first floor.
I mean, at this time, you're just looking for the suspect.
Okay, so they have, listen to this.
What is the address of the emergency?
Somebody is hit. There's a shooting and a girl has been shot.
Do you have the description of the person that shot the shooter?
No. The shots were just fired and everybody just started running and ducking.
At approximately 12:16 a.m., officers with the Bath Township Police Department were dispatched to a residence in the 900 block of Top of the Hill Drive in the township. This had been rented out as an Airbnb, a short-term rental, following multiple reports of a shooting at the residence. Upon arrival, our officers were met with a chaotic scene and administered life-saving aid to the injured.
Well, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I saw that video and it was trending elsewhere, so I was like, you guys will probably want to know what's going on about this mass shooting. Please be careful, and be careful because this could have been your child going to these parties. You just never know. It's best to stay home and stay with your family and create family-loving bonds and memories, all right? All right, I'm going to get on out of here. You guys said it keeps pausing. The live keeps pausing. That's what people are saying. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But I'm going to get on out of here. Love you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again on Jessica Kohinoor News and Politics. Bye.